And you're hip hopping it up. It's being hip hopped up in here. It's just hip hopness everywhere.
Let's give us our gun. How come? When they do me like
Get wicked. Can a brother get wicked? Can a brother get wicked? Oh, I'm sorry. We have
Are we going?
We have a Caucasian
Are we
American
going?
here. We have to switch it up to what's your type of musical flavor?
Ice
I
Cube
liked
right
what you
now.
were doing.
Ice Cube.
Oh, can a brother get wicked?
You do PE in there.
Yes.
Let me know, man, when you going.
Oh, let's go.
I already thought. See?
Yeah, I told
he
you.
sneak in.
He
He sneaks in every time. Just the Thought Podcast has been on hiatus for a couple of weeks, but we back. Just J-E-S-T, Fred Potter here.
I don't want to say it's been on hiatus. I just want to say it was
Well,
like,
hey, man.
it was off on the weekend.
It was a hiatus, a short hiatus.
Yeah, it was just high.
Hiatus. Fred Potter here,
Amaru.
and our guest here is
Kristen Kirsch.
Red.
Red.
Well, thank y'all once again for joining us on this Just a Thought Podcast. Rue, you know how I feel. You know, thank you. We had a little technical difficulties, but again,
Yeah.
you will not be defeated.
I would not be defeated, man. I don't understand what it was still.
The tech master.
And you know the hell I don't know.
Right, but we got it back on. I'm gonna figure it out.
It's all good, but I know you guys been really busy, so I know it was a pleasant surprise to get your email, text, whatever the hell. As far as you want to get one in this weekend, it was good.
Yeah.
It was good. I wasn't really prepared because I've been really busy doing some stuff myself, but not on your level. Not on your level.
I had thought about even last week, and I'm like, oh, I'll probably be doing the podcast if I wasn't here. So let me make sure I get that done when we, first chance I get.
So of course, I asked you, of course, the logical choice to have someone talk with us was Red today because she's been your right hand person on your projects.
Yeah, I thought it was a good idea.
Yeah,
I thought
man.
It was a good idea.
So we're gonna leave this podcast to your the church, into your ventures the last couple of, which I was disappointed I wasn't a part of. But you know what?
You was a part of it.
Yeah, I was a part
You
of
was
it.
a
You know
part
what I'm
of
saying? I feel you on that, but you know what I mean, though. Because I'd love to have been there as well. But
Yeah, you can hear you can hear 2 weeks of what it is to make a movie.
Work.
That's
I got
impressive.
the bronchitis started acting up.
I know you were saying earlier there was a lot of people sick.
Oh, there's a lot of people sick, man. It was crazy. It was
So in a way, I'm kind of glad I wasn't on set because I got stuff.
You
to
got
do.
affected.
He's infected. Oh, it's gone
You
here.
got affected.
There was some of that.
It was some 24-hour things. I got the bronchitis. A couple people died.
Not in the movie, though.
Not in the movie.
Not in
That
the
was
movie.
part of the relative.
Relative.
Well, in the movie, yeah, I'll leave it to the imagination, but I can't say or not say that people may or may not have died or die.
We're going to keep this podcast, we're going to keep it uplifted right now. Just the thought.
Positive.
Yes, but anyway, it sounded like you had a success at it. You were saying it's your... It's your pet right now.
You know how you got that winning hand in blackjack.
Spades.
Or even in spades.
That's all I know.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. In spades, you know how in spades you got both
Joker,
jokers.
Ace.
You got the ace,
You got
the
the
king, the
queen,
queen, the
jack.
jack, and you just start looking at everybody like,
And a couple off aces.
Y'all about to get
You look at your
y'all.
partner like, I don't need you right now.
I don't need you anymore.
You better hit me in my forehead because you can't.
Right. If you cut my card,
You
this relationship is over.
Go cut yourself.
If you have that type of hand, and that's what this movie is. Like,
Everybody's a spade.
we got that hand, man. Like, ooh, when you can play the dailies with no audio to your
crew,
cast, to
to
the crew,
cast,
you could play the dailies with no audio and be busting up laughing like you at the theater. And it's raw footage.
Right.
It's raw footage. The movie was so good that I guess two people didn't like one of the actors because of their acting capabilities.
Non-acting
And
capabilities?
said something about it.
Really?
They said something
I am not
about it.
aware.
I didn't like it, but they said something about it and it was true. And so the last minute we had to recast
Oh.
and call in a ringer.
Okay. Now you realizing, Red. what
Yeah,
you're talking
'cause-
about.
yeah.
So how'd you feel? Did you think everything went as smooth as you expected, or was people getting on your nerves? Because I know you're real in depth. You know, you got to make sure everything's in order. And let me tell you, folks, I was on the Inside Ben project, and shit, I knowing y'all is cool, but what y'all go through, it's impressive, man. I mean, you got to make sure everybody's on time. I know CP Time was not your fan.
No, it's not my
Because
favorite.
you can't. You got to be professional. You got to
Time
show
is
up
money,
on time.
but that's being a comic in general. Time
Right.
is money.
You know you gotta show up
you
on
gotta
time.
Show up on time, man.
But you on set, I know people get on your nerves. If they not doing something
I'll
right,
let you tell them about it. But
there
no,
you go.
you know.
Most of the people were pretty great. I mean, there's a couple issues, of course. You got like 15 plus people on set at one time, but we put out the fires. You know, I had little talks with people and talked to people on the side to make sure people were on point and satisfied, and we had a great time.
So it takes a lot of patience to make people get back into their lane, so to speak. But you have to do that. I mean, that's
Absolutely.
what's impressive. I don't think my personality would require me to do that. You know, I would probably be an asshole about it,
When you are dealing with other
and I
people,
would be totally wrong.
when you dealing with other people's money, yeah, you'll do it.
Yeah, you mean being calm and explaining.
Yeah,
Okay.
explain-
Yeah, because if I do it my way, then I'm just wasting money.
I'm dealing with, even though we have cash invested in this, we also have others, even though we do as well, I'm in the mindset that I'm dealing with others.
Right, because you was talking earlier how she was one of the people on your crew, fuck him, and you was like, no, I'm gonna go talk about that because I can relate to where you was coming from.
Right. Well, somebody go ahead.
It's a grinding schedule, and we went 6 days straight, leaving the house anywhere from 3:30 in the morning to 5 in the morning, and getting back at 6, 7, 8, 9 at night. It's grueling, and one of the crew just had a tough time with that. Until you really do it, you have no idea what you're in store for.
So you didn't have no patience for him.
We had a lot of patience for him. Tried to talk to him. We tried to support him, and we really left Amaro out of it as much as possible because that's not his job to deal with some of that drama or goings on with the crew and cast. And then we had to bring him in because we were concerned. But
all these fires you got to put out.
Heck yeah.
I know him on a personal level, not even a long time. I just knew his dad, and we've had conversations that allowed me to dig, see where he was coming from mentally.
So something may not be right.
Yeah, and he's admittedly paranoid, and if you take into consideration what somebody's telling you and showing you, then you have to take that into consideration when they react a certain way as well, and in order to make an informed decision, just to say and write them off completely because of their actions that you didn't like on set.
Because you already knew something.
I already knew something was wrong. I didn't know he was going to react like that. Yeah, do I want to punch him in his face for what he did? Absolutely, but he's still a human being. He's going through some stuff, and just to completely write him off based on. It would be easier too if I didn't have this information.
Right. If you didn't have that information, then it would have been
Some
totally
background.
different.
Right. Because I have that information on some background, I can't react like everybody else who don't really know him, would act. And part of it is he's used to people reacting like that.
Right.
So he expected. So when I hit him and asked, "Are you okay? Did you get to your destination okay?" That was genuine, and he probably was like, "Oh shit." And he said, yeah, whether it was bullshit or not, the reason, because we think it's bullshit, the reason that he left, we think it was over.
So he left early.
Yeah, he left early.
Left early
And,
on our day
so
off.
for that reason, I don't have any sympathy because the excuse that I was given was the same excuse, or not an excuse at the time, but same thing that he knew before he said yes to the gig.
Such a nice project. Why would someone just
He just,
up and leave?
Well,
Yeah, that's something psychological. That's something a little loony. And I'm not making fun of
But
it.
I don't feel too much for him because there are other people
That
who
stepped in.
that stepped up, who had
Way
relatives
more
die.
shit going on.
Right.
But
Like,
you know what? He
what-
even mentioned that. He knew that. He's like, I shouldn't even be complaining. Other
He
people
was
have bigger
absolutely
stuff
right.
going on.
Right.
But he
Right.
at the end of the day, it's a lot. And typically, like, you don't know everybody else on set. So you're also working with strangers.
Right.
Yeah.
And we were just beneficial to have about 25 people, you know, with cast and crew that were genuinely nice people who got along.
Now, who was that stepped in? Was it a sound man?
Oh, the
Young fella.
the young guy.
Because I'm
Noah.
telling you, Maru, you were Facebook Live.
Man.
Man, I was catching you.
His name is Noah, man. He came in. Well, our camera guy goes to film school, so he's like, I know a guy, you know, everybody calls. You know, this, that, the third, this is his specialty. And so it was like, call him, man. All you can say is no. You know, did we have the money to go through that change right then and there? Not really, but
You made it happen.
made it happen. And he called him, and like within 15 minutes, he got a yes, and then 20
Within
minutes,
4
he was
hours.
like, within 4 hours, he was there
At the door.
at the door.
So you had people out from all over the country.
Yeah, from Atlanta, where else? Grand Rapids. There was a girl that from Grand Rapids.
Now, now originally you was going to be the lead, wasn't you? You was trying to do a few things,
See,
but
Fred,
you wasn't feeling
Fred,
it, right, were you?
Fred, in the script, Marlon is referenced as, you know, I think about like 24 years old.
No, he about
young
30.
30, young 30, which doesn't really coincide with Amaro's.
Yeah, I could play a 30-year-old. Come on, man.
Yeah,
But
about
then
20
he
I
years ago.
shave. Shut up. If I shave my head and sleep 48 hours.
So Marlon's in 95% of the movie. Amaro was going to be Marlon. He was going to direct. He was going to do some camera work. That's
lot of hats.
Right, and that's why I didn't want him to do it. I wanted him to focus on directing.
And it worked out fine because the young cat you
Man.
looked probably
This dude
24.
named DeJuan Austin Jr.
Now where's he from?
Chicago.
From Shot.
And he was just supposed to be a PA.
Last minute.
This happened at the last minute, literally.
So he was trying to start from the bottom.
Well, I mean, he's obviously done some PA work or whatever.
And some acting.
And some acting. And, but he was sent to me as a PA.
Mm-hmm.
And within an hour of me talking to him about doing the PA work and me sending him some paperwork to send the third to get his file started, he was the lead of the movie.
Amaro
Literally within the hour. Because I was like, because I called him back after we talked about being a PA. And I was like, hey, man, I just want to ask you, you might get thrown in the movie somewhere. You know, we need some people.
Right.
You don't mind if we show your face or anything like that. I'm going to send you a personal release form. He was, oh, yeah, man, you know, I'm an actor. You know, I'm an actor first. You know, so you just doing the PA thing to try to get in and everything.
Right.
You know, he was
Start
like,
from the
oh,
bottom.
yeah, you know,
That's right.
yeah, that's what it is. I was like, okay, well, send me a picture. I just wanted a picture for his file.
Put it
I
in
didn't
his
think about it.
pocket. Bam!
You know, yeah. So he
Sold.
sent a picture. I said, damn, that looked like a young me.
What?
I said, damn, okay. That's a handsome dude. He look like
Handsome.
me. I say, man, how you like? But it was like a model picture, like you know. What I'm
It
saying?
was pretty.
Like, it ain't nothing against PA. You know, it wasn't a PA picture. It looked like what you was picture a PA. He
knew what he
True.
was
He
doing.
knew what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? He told me this. I was like, hey, man.
You got a reel?
You got a reel? Before I finished the word reel, I said reel. I said he said ding. He sent me a YouTube video of his acting. I said, man. I called him back again. I said, hey, man, I don't know if you ever had this happen before. You go from being a PA to the star of the movie in less than an hour.
He said, oh, yeah, that happens all the time.
And he's just like, oh, man, you know. Oh, man, yeah, I'll do it. You
But
know?
I thought he said no first.
It was he said it was a misunderstanding. I don't know what it was, but I'm glad it was a misunderstanding because we thought that we lost him for saying he turned the part down because he needed the money instead of really because anyway. The next day he called me. He see his grandfather had died,
See, here's
so he was getting hit with a lot of information and a lot of things was happening at the same time. So I could feel. You know, that there could have been a misunderstanding. But he was like, oh, no, because I just sent him, you know, paperwork as being a PA. And he was like, "Oh no! I know. I have a PA for you to still fill in the position. I could take." It's like, blah blah blah. I just need this to, this to be what it is, whatever. I was like, bet, okay, cool, and
It worked out.
it worked out.
What's
He's
his
the
name
lead.
again?
Dewan
Dewan
Austin
Austin
Jr.
Jr.
Now, is this his first?
This is first lead in regards to.
So he's been in some stuff, right?
He been in some stuff. I think he been like a extra in
Chicago Fire.
Chicago Fire.
There's more people that had some experience. The Atlanta people.
Yo, we
Most
got this.
definitely.
We got this woman named Nada Steyer, Nada Latoya Steyer. She is a star. If I don't even know how she ain't been discovered. Like,
It's not what you know, so you know. You know
yo,
that.
this month she played 3 parts in this movie. She Eddie Murphy this thing, dog.
Okay.
She played, man. Look here. She gonna be the person that everybody is getting memes off of or quoting.
Right.
And her hand and finger. She play a dude. One of the parts she play a dude.
Or does she?
Or does she?
Okay.
And the hand gestures. She's like, all this money.
That was pretty good.
Yo,
You had to try not to laugh
Yo.
when they yelled action.
yo, she is so funny in this movie, in the character, in the eyes, the scheming, and the Lord told me you people need to fast.
She got in the character
Yo.
big time. All
Big
three of
time.
them.
Big time.
Yo,
That's what
she's
you
so
want?
she's so funny, dog.
So it exceeded your expectations.
Exceeded. We wrote the movie over 20 years ago, so when we was at the reading for these people to breathe life into it, it was surreal. It was surreal. Some things that I didn't even see.
The live read was very exciting.
The live read hooked everybody else.
Right.
The live
Yeah,
read.
you were saying that. You
Yeah.
said you couldn't get through it, huh?
Yeah, I was laughing,
She laughed
yeah.
so much she couldn't even.
I was crying.
She was crying, and she said, "I just can't."
And it seemed like that was not even a month ago. I mean, that was how long did it take to do this?
Ooh, the read was up. It
Yeah.
was last month. It was
End of February, maybe.
So this movie it took you 9 days.
We got to do a couple pickup shots.
We still
A little bit of stuff.
we got 90% of the movie done. We still have to shoot your scene
Right.
that happens here, and we have to shoot a graveyard scene. But other than that, it's pretty much
And
done.
you compare this movie. This is your what movie?
This our Friday.
All right.
This movie. I don't even know what trailer to use. What type of so many. It's so much to choose from in regards to just
Now, when you have really good funny trailers, they say the movie sucks.
okay.
Not yours. I'm talking about in general.
Oh, I expect.
They show the best parts in the trailer.
I expect some. I expect some people. I expect all kind of haters. I want them. Bring them
But
haters
you can't.
on.
But you can't
Yo.
deny something that's good.
Yo, you can't.
Hate or not.
You can't deny this movie.
Exactly.
You can't. I'm telling you, when I tell you people were sick, people, they wasn't getting paid that much money. It's an independent micro budget film.
Right.
At the read, hooked everybody. It had people staying past what they was doing as actors to help PA. Just straight up volunteering. One dude was talking about he was gonna go home at noon or something like that. He stayed the whole day.
Well, that's good, man.
He stayed the whole
That's
day.
good. I'm excited for you. You probably got a lot of work ahead of you.
But it ain't gonna feel like that.
Right. Because your enthusiasm.
I wish I was half done editing
Right.
already. So
I don't think it's going to be that hard for you to edit.
No, well, we made some changes. So even how we offloaded the information, offloaded the footage from the cameras is different. When we rented the cameras that we have, it suggested that we offload the information this way, which I never tried. I said, okay, let me try it. Bam, paid for it for like $20 for 15-day use, and it paid off. It paid off.
Paid off.
Now, yeah, it paid off tremendously.
Couple of
Like, wow.
cameras, you said.
We used 2
So,
A couple
cameras.
of cameras. We used a jib arm for the first time, which is the camera going up in the air and
Yeah.
being able to like pan a crowd.
I was trying to say it was like compared to a drone, but obviously it's different
It's
effect.
different effect.
Different, but very exciting.
It was the actor.
That's cool though, because you're progressing as each film makes.
Absolutely,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
absolutely.
That's what you want to do.
Absolutely.
The
That's what you're
actor.
supposed to do.
The actors.
The actors.
The actors.
Clutch.
The ones you had before, I thought was pretty good because I'm not.
The
No.
ones in,
You can tell.
compared to
These
this
are
one,
actors.
You would know.
These are actors. The actors.
At the live read, Amaro took a poll of, who's experienced and who's new, and I'd say 65% were already experienced. And when the new people raised their hands, all the old people, we got you. And people coached people on set and gave them direction and taught them how to remember their lines better and how to look, and it was just beautiful. And that's
And they would get together on their own.
Right.
That's what it was like
And
Tyra D,
practice.
Tyra D and Fat Cat, mixing names and characters.
But you knew everybody.
Yeah. They had gotten together because I remember shooting in the bathroom. Scenes in the bathroom, and one scene that they did when they hit it, and I said cut. They was like, yeah, that was live right there. Because I was like, oh,
People were rehearsing.
They were rehearsing because when they did that scene, I was like, dang, that's cut. That's the bond. They gave each other that because they had rehearsed it.
So it's definitely a comedy.
Huh?
It's definitely a comedy.
Oh, it's definitely a comedy.
Did you do a gag reel? You know what I
We-
mean?
we
As far
gonna-
as you
There'll
keep
be-
outtakes.
Oh
There'll be
yeah,
something. What not to do.
Oh,
Because some people be cheap and try to save
It's
on
gonna be a
tape.
behind the scenes movie,
Okay.
and the first clip is
What
it's
not
titled "What Not to Do," and it's this perfect jib arm. So we had a dude I had to let go. And I think he was happy for us to let him go because we worked the shit out of him.
You look evil.
He was looking for
everybody-
reparations, huh?
But everybody was moving. He
was moving more.
He got PA
Moving
mixed
less.
up with personal
Oh, he was?
assistant. He got PA mixed up with personal assistant. They're not the same thing. And but
Shit, explain the difference to me then.
Oh well, personal.
PA is you do the grunt work. Hey, go pick this up. Hey, get ready for the next scene. Hey,
Go get some
over
coffee.
PA, you a
anything.
soldier.
Anything.
Yeah,
You,
PA
Give me
is-
some cheese.
you should never be sitting down. A personal assistant is me, specifically catering to
personal.
a couple people.
Right.
So, I'm in charge of the PAs, and so I'd give him some direction, and I would delegate to him, and he would turn and delegate to someone else.
Oh, so
and
he was
pa-
trying to
and
have his
pass
own
the
personal
buck.
assistant. So he went from a PA to having a personal assistant.
We use the elevators for equipment. He uses
Only.
it to get up and down
The stairs.
the stairs.
So he wasn't really a good PA.
Let me tell you something, man.
Nice guy.
The first clip.
You could be nice and not be a good PA.
Sure.
Oh, but when we let him go, he had the best response. We thought we was bracing ourselves
Very
for it.
professional.
Very professional response, and so I love him for that. Yeah, he knew. That's why I say that he was relieved because we worked the shit out of him.
It's tough work.
It's tough work. So in the first behind the scenes, the first clip, it says this is what not to do. So it's this perfect shot with this jib in the church upstairs. It just comes up,
Rising up.
rising up, and all of a sudden you hear ding. There's an elevator right behind.
And you can see
so
the light
character is
on.
right here. It's centered. The shot is centered perfectly, and it comes up the jib arm, and the elevator is right behind the actor's head in the distance. So, here's the camera coming up in the scene, and all of a sudden, ding! All of us on set is like, this motherfucker's gonna open the elevator. The scene is almost over. Please, please, please! Everybody collectively go, please don't open, please don't. All of a sudden, he's like, Dad. Ding. And dude is just standing there like this in a pose, like, what?
Coming with the elevator.
Who does that?
Him?
Not a PA.
He did.
No, not a PA. You're
A
supposed to know what's going
PA
on.
would have known not to take the fucking elevator if we're shooting.
So you had to start all over.
So he wasn't a PA,
Yeah.
man. So
But
he
you
got-
probably did a better scene from starting over.
Yeah, but still, that was
That's not the point.
That was a perfect shot right there.
I know what you're saying.
And he killed it.
Yeah.
He killed it. But it was perfect timing how it happened because the character was like, Dad, is that you? And all of a sudden, ding, the elevator opens right behind him. So it's like, yeah, that, in regards to comedic.
Little minor stuff. It sounds like
Yeah.
a major success, man. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Man, I'm excited, man. Everybody excited about, even the people that had family issues are still, like, oh, what else can I do? They right now, they planning the
Premiere.
premieres right now. Some
Where
of
they gonna be
some
at,
of the
man?
actresses.
Shit, how far
Somewhere
away
in
this-
Chicago.
Somewhere in
That's
Chicago.
not
But, like,
too-
they're-
that ain't bad.
It's probably 75% of the people are from the Chicago
Yeah,
area that are
yeah.
in the movie
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
and have a lot of connections
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So,
Well, one guy lived in Ohio, actually.
Mm-hmm.
One of the co-stars, Deacon was it Deacon Hose?
Deacon House.
Yeah, Deacon Hobart.
Yeah, it's all over. You had people all
Yeah,
over, man.
yeah.
So, as I said, this is going to be a You're the Church
You're the
podcast.
Church.
We ain't talking about no.
Oh, we didn't even talk about the neighbors.
Oh,
A smidgen.
man, check this
A
out, man.
smidgen.
Neighbors.
So the movie
The
is
neighbors
about
to the church.
the movie is
Oh, okay.
primarily about not trying to compete with the mega churches and keeping it, homegrown. The church is the people, not necessarily the building. So this church is literally right next door to another church. Literally, they share the same parking lot.
Or-
That church owned the church next door and sold it to.
Is it at least the same denomination?
No, it's
No,
different denominations.
no.
One is
One's
a non-denominational,
non-denominational.
and the other one is a Lutheran church.
All right. So
And-
Lutheran will be out in an hour. The other one will be out in a couple of hours.
Now, look. So we park. This is the most people they ever had in their parking lot ever. He comes and rings.
But it's
the
like
door.
7 o'clock in the
It's
morning.
7 o'clock in the morning. He rings the doorbell. I come outside. He got his finger in my face. You get out of our parking lot. You are sitting. And da 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 da. And that I mean in my face like this, dog.
The priest.
The priest, the head preacher over there. No members having motherfucker. This look, he expected me to look up and whoop his head. That's what he expected.
Oh,
He had
he
to
wanted
look-
you to shut
he
down
had-
the whole set if you did that.
Right. And so I reacted to him the exact opposite of what he expected. Oh, I shut him down so bad his boy was with him, kind of started laughing at him like, yeah, you are being an idiot. Like he had that look like
It's not working.
It's not working, Bob. Like he is talking your ass down. Like I'm like, dude, you out here got your finger in my face. I ain't from here. I don't even know what you're talking about. But if you explain it to me, maybe we can solve this problem.
Mm-hmm.
And then he kept trying to go. I was like, hey, whoa. You are confusing me. Right? How am I confusing you? Because you got that thing around your neck, dog. You got that thing. What's that thing mean? Don't
priest
like a
thing?
priest.
Yeah, the collar.
I said, don't that collar mean something? Like you confusing the fuck out of me right now. I said, look, I'm an atheist, and you talking to me crazy, and I'm talking to you sensible.
You should have
was
ran right there.
No. He said this. He said, well, I'll pray for you.
I'll pray.
Wow, assaulting me verbally, like with his finger, and then he started to calm down after I started. Everything that I was saying was
Made sense.
It made sense. And then now your boy laughing at you. And then all of a sudden, somebody from the cast came out. Is everything okay? Another brother came out. So he was like, Transformers. He turned into a docile bot. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But you could see the prejudice and anger in his
Prejudice.
eyes. Dude,
What was he so mad about?
he was just mad because he
There's a
ain't
lot-
got no
there's a
members.
lot of,
he ain't got no members. It was clear as day. Every day we was at the church for 6 days, and the same cars was there every day. The people that work at the church,
But not our cars.
but not our cars. So we had to park either on the street or behind the building. He was the only person in the parking lot every day that we was at church. He was the only, and the two other cars that people that worked there, like. It was no reason to act like that.
Right.
We were
Especially
respectful.
being a priest.
Right, being a preacher, we were respectful. There's nobody littering. There's no. It was we
Just trying to get stuff done.
We trying to get stuff done. You over here proving what is being told and thrown at you in this movie. You over here showing an example of exactly what we talking about in this damn movie.
Right.
He
Exactly
he
why
helped,
people,
he helped your
he
ass
helped
out.
prove our point. This is exactly why people don't want to go to church, because the way you act, because people know or have this assumption that this is going on, and you are proving their point. You were but they said they had a problem with him. So
Yeah, there was
even
a
after he
history.
got in my face and did all that, and then calmed down. I found out after I went inside, he attacked one of the female stars the same way, even worse.
Man, somebody should have jumped in this.
Yeah. But I
Right.
didn't know that. No one told me that about that part, because I would have. I probably would
Right.
have went to jail.
Those are the things you
I-
don't tell the
It's probably-
director.
Yeah, I probably went to jail.
That's probably a good thing.
Because I'd have been on the tip of, So after you calmed down with me and then apologized, he apologized to me at the end of this thing.
So this happened after.
Yeah, he was like, so, okay, so I want to apologize to you. I'm sorry. You know, you're right. I shouldn't have blah, blah, blah. Yeah, dog, you know, blah, blah. You hyped yourself back up
To do it
to a female?
Right.
Oh, you need your ass whooped.
He knew from the start. I
Right.
should have did this in the first
Right.
place.
You need your ass whooped at
Yeah.
that point. You need your ass whooped.
So you didn't find out until after everything was all
I
said.
didn't
and
find
done.
A few
out
days
till after-
later.
That's
a few
good.
days later,
Nobody
yeah.
tell you
You
that.
don't tell the
He
director
would
that
he would have
stuff.
got rebaptized that night.
Maybe the dude in the elevator would have told you, hey, guess what? What I saying?
That's why
That's
I'm
why
up
you-
here.
Dude.
I had to take the elevator to get here quicker.
So the priest next door agrees that, you know, the pastor of our church can still park there, and one lady is in a handicapped spot and has her, you know, right sticker and everything. So he says, hey, I got this. So he says, you know, well, she can stay there too. Well, then he didn't like his meeting with our pastor, and there was an anonymous phone call to the police for someone who parked in the handicap overnight and whatever. So they were trying to get the people towed. So that's another example of things we don't tell the director,
Yeah.
because he would have been out there just
You
Fight.
send an anonymous call.
The police would come out.
And a lie. It's a lie at that. Like, you calling yourself Christian. This is why people don't want to go to church.
Man, this is.
This is exactly.
But he gonna pray for you.
But he gonna pray for me. Dog, I'm being more Christian than you are right now.
Right.
I'm in here representing for Christianity. I'm an atheist.
Mm-hmm.
And you will never be able to tell when you watch this movie.
Mm-hmm.
You'll never be able to tell that I'm atheist. Because I wasn't coming from, I put a little of my perspective in regards to some of the questions that a lot of people have about religion and church. But it comes through the kids. And they are asking these questions out of innocence. Because if the kids ask the question, it's innocent, and the adults are more likely to respond in a better, because they're kids, so they have to explain that to them. So that's how I try to come at from my perspective, my little perspective in it. Everything else is, you know, these stories about people trying to get along and depend on themselves and not a building to be the church,
Right.
and not try to compete with these mega churches.
How long you been an atheist?
Since my mama was a Jehovah's Witness.
See, I grew up in church and all
I
that.
did too.
I understand
I
the.
did too.
I mean, it's like when a kid supposed to believe in Santa Claus.
Right.
That's to make a kid act good all
Right.
year.
Oh, yeah,
blah,
yeah,
blah.
I understand the blueprint.
So-
It's
oh,
just-
yeah, yeah. So-
it's just
I was just
taken out of
curious because-
context. It's just, you know, I can't believe with all this turmoil in this world and earth that you know, all the slavery.
That there's a God that would say,
If it is, you got some explaining to do. You can't tell me I can't ask questions about stuff. You got some explaining to do.
right.
You,
With so many different religions, though, which one
somebody
is
right, somebody got it wrong.
Right.
You know, I ain't hit the lottery yet. Well, I did when I was in high school, but it was just $500.
Christianity was basically forced on black people.
Right. So those questions are legitimate questions, and nobody's.
I was just curious how long you was an atheist.
Well, it ain't been long. It's been about since 2008, maybe.
Yeah. What about you, Red? Do you want to sustain? Because there's three things you really ain't supposed to talk about: politics, religion,
I don't give a damn.
and OJ. I mean, that's cool. I mean, that's cool. You well, that's,
Oh no, I grew up very religious. I went
but
to
that-
church twice a week. Went to private
only
Catholic,
twice.
private Catholic school.
Right, but that's the problem because nobody wants to talk about it. So I'm willing to get the hard part
That's
of the
why I asked
conversation
you.
out the way,
That's why I
and
asked
so that people can feel. In
Why you taking off your shirt?
Right.
And shit,
It's all got warm in here when you start talking about religion. Woo. I started
He
sweating.
started taking his shirt. Like, I'll just answer the question, bro.
No,
Is God making you hot right now?
Right.
right.
So
God, I'm trying to
I'm willing
tell
to take
you
that
something.
heat and whatever that is that you get when you first start dealing with stuff that is controversial and people are uncomfortable with, just like race. I'm willing to take that so that in 10 years, it's comfortable now to ask those questions and get in that conversation. Because until we have these conversations, we ain't gonna get along or talk or solve nothing until we start.
I agree.
You know,
Now,
having those conversations that makes us. That's why I like when that silence sometimes happen when you're on stage, that uncomfortable moment. I enjoy that. I soak in it. And then I'll even point it out, be like, ooh, you feel that uncomfortableness between us right now?
Then I get a laugh.
Then you get a laugh out of it. I like it because until you are comfortable within that space, we'll never have a conversation.
I agree. Now, I don't think religion's got to be in the forefront of everything you do. It's just a basic.
It's a blueprint.
It's a basic. Treat people the
Yeah,
way you want to
yes.
be treated.
It's a
Be courteous.
blueprint.
Respect
Right.
your elders, and
Right.
go from there.
Right. Yeah.
You could have your own one-on-one. I don't believe in paying. I would never pay tithes. I would never pay 10%. I'm sorry.
But see,
That's just my style.
Right, but part of the movie, some of the movie addresses that. You know, one of the kids said, "Why is the price of admission so high to go to church?"
Yeah, and then you
know?
see the pastors and riding around and this and that. And
One of the
other thing.
actors pointed out that in Ohio that one of the reasons why he got out is one of the churches started asking for your W-2.
See,
Right,
that's God though, right?
Right, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I got questions
For the love of money is
For the
love
love of-
of
right, you know what I mean?
I will continue to say that.
But that's not God, that's people.
That's exactly
Right.
But
So people have-
get brainwashed.
Right, people have been ruining what religion is supposed to.
It's supposed to be
You're
about.
supposed to have it because it kills anarchy. Because if you don't have in the back of your mind that
Yes.
you might go to hell for busting a cap in old boy, then we'll
Right,
have
right.
anarchy.
But
Conscience.
between the heaven and hell, come on, you gonna believe? I don't personally believe
Look
that
here.
I would be in the same hell as a Jeffrey Dahmer
right, if
because I don't.
So you are
if
in
all the
because I
people that
don't.
I heard was going to hell, I want to go to hell because Pac gonna be there. Biggie for what he did
gonna be
on that one Thursday, right?
Maybe some of y'all be in purgatory.
Right.
See, that's Catholic.
Oh, is that a different thing?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's
Purgatory is like you're kind
You
of
just
in limbo.
Yeah, you gotta act right in purgatory.
You didn't fuck up enough, but you weren't.
Oh, I
good
didn't know.
enough either.
I didn't see.
So you kind of
I ain't
float
chose my.
around.
See, when you get older, you start choosing
You
religion.
can choose your own religion.
You start
So
choosing.
you want a Lutheran religion to get out in an hour?
Well, I'm just
church,
saying, I need like a catalog.
Church of God in Christ. You
I
in there
just-
for 4 hours.
I'm gonna join a religion in about 10 more years. I just need one. I need a catalog. I want to know who do the fish fries on Thursdays. And
Who
if
has the
they
best picnics?
Got the best bingos, and if you can win money at the bingos, and then I might. But
You
I
sound
didn't.
old already.
But I'm saying though, I didn't know about the purgatory thing. I thought the purgatory thing was the hell thing.
No, purgatory
all the
is
same package.
in between.
Just nothingness.
It's just that people need to religion need to be given out like a license, man, because all people don't need this because it scared the shit out of me as a kid. My mama, as a Jehovah's Witness, was always preaching about kids burning in hell and this, that, and third. And when I stole something that day or shoplifted something
you was
that
going
day,
straight to
I
hell.
because this is Michigan.
he was taught.
It would rain and the thunder and lightning at night.
You thought that was it?
I thought it was it. I was praying every night, like, please,
That's right,
God,
repent.
I won't steal nothing else until next week.
But when you get older,
I stole. I was still something.
I got caught
Every-
stealing
can't
once.
hear
I
that.
ain't
And
stealing
one
no
year it
more.
was a rainy summer. I was tormented the whole summer.
Nope.
So I was tormented. That torment, that's cruel, man. That's cruel. If you are an uninformed child at 5, 6 years old being preached that you're going to burn in hell
For everything.
for
Except breathing,
anything,
right?
and
Right.
you just stole, and it did thunder and lightning outside, and it,
That'll make you an atheist.
whoo, man, look at here. No, it
Turned
took
into an
another 20 years because I had faith.
I'll pray for you.
Yeah.
I'll pray for you both.
But I wanted to have this
Hey, prayer
conversation.
change thing. Hey, it's a healthy conversation.
Right,
Right. I was curious, but everything sounded like it went the way you wanted it to go, and that's the main thing. You know what I'm saying? And you continue to be blessed on that. So
Well, it was a good story. I wrote the movie for my mama. And my mama was, like I said, Jehovah's Witness, and she never saw me do stand up, and I got choice words and content in my stuff. So she was like, "When you gonna write something that I can see?" And so I was like, "All right." So I wrote her.
So ain't no motherfuckers in this movie?
Nope, I don't think so. Is it?
What would it be? A PG?
PG-13.
You'd have
Okay.
to do a 13 just for a few moments.
Yeah, PG-13.
There's a couple lines that are graphic.
Yeah, and then there's some partial,
Half
not nudity, but
tatas.
partial. Yeah, some. But it all has a point.
PG-13.
It's all it's PG-13, but it all has It's nothing gratuitous.
Nothing crazy.
Not trying to
yeah,
glorify
not trying to
cussing
glorify,
or.
but yeah. It's a good family. It's a good family film, man. It's got a You would never know. I was like, you'd be like, oh, okay.
True.
So when is kind of expected? Because I
Kinda.
know it's a lot.
When it come out?
Yeah.
Fall, October.
In the fall? It sounds like a winter.
Oh,
So all you gotta do is let me
can't say the
know.
fall, the Black Dot, what the fall? Oh, October.
All you gotta do is let me know when you want me to do
6
whatever.
months,
If
yeah.
it fits in, that's cool, man. If not, you're gonna have a lot of projects ahead of you.
Well, yeah.
Oh.
Well, we our last one just got accepted into another film festival.
Yeah.
This month was it Motor City Nightmares film?
There's a Lansing Film Festival.
Yeah, that's going on now, but I think
that's
the
going on.
submission thing was too late by the time our film was ready. But yeah, we just got accepted into the Motor City Nightmares.
At the end of April.
So at the end of April, we got nominated for Best Feature
And Best Edit.
Editing for the Detroit Filmmaker Awards.
Black Film
Mm-hmm.
Festival.
No, it's the Detroit Filmmaker Awards in May. It's like the Oscars. So we got 2 nominations.
So ask tomorrow if he's gonna wear it's a black tie event. Ask him if he's wearing a tux to that.
Nope.
Shit, you gonna wear socks and shoes.
I'm gonna wear some
Shoes?
moccasins.
He wears some
I'm gonna get him
What are
some
those
new
slippers?
moccasins.
moccasins. That's
I
what
might
they
wear
are.
some black moccasins,
go
but
with
I ain't
it.
wearing no shoes.
Dress for comfortability.
I'm not gonna be uncomfortable, especially when you're
Especially
supposed to be
when it's supposed to be-
celebrating
right,
us.
exactly.
No, man, I ain't. I'd like to accept this award.
You don't even have a neck, so you won't go around that.
I'm not
They
choking
don't make bow
myself.
ties that big.
Yeah, man, I couldn't. Yeah, I can't.
Now when
do
is
it.
that?
That's
May
like
5th.
May 5th. May 5th.
May 5th
Yeah.
right in downtown Detroit.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So the season in regards, the award season just started, and our film, we have 11 more
Festivals.
festival opportunities to go. So we
The
think.
more you in, the better.
Well, we think
Absolutely.
this new movie Year of the Church is going to spark a whole bunch of other stuff. So
Beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing that, man. I appreciate you giving us some feedback on Just a Thought.
well, we
talking
also want
about
to say
it, you know.
for all the actors and crew that was a part of it,
Love.
even those that was in it for a short period, your
Even the elevator man.
right, your presence and what you've done for the project is appreciated and will be felt.
200%.
200. Yeah, we can't. There's so much we could have talked about individuals. Yeah,
You're going to get out of what you put into. Sound like
Good
you put in a
people.
lot, so.
yeah. It was
It's
some
gonna
good.
be-
It was
it's
some
gonna be
good.
shining,
It was some
man.
good people.
Good people. We miss them already.
Yeah, it was some good people to miss, man. It was-
Yeah.
yeah.
That's beautiful, man. So anyway, I think that's going to wrap it up right now. I feel like you was in therapy, man, because you got a lot off your chest.
Oh yeah.
Found out a little bit about you, though. It's all right, though. You keep doing your thing, Amaru, because you're a good brother,
We
man.
appreciate you, man.
Red, thanks for coming in and talking with
Thanks
us.
for having me.
I got some ribs for you, all right?
You-
Take them all home. Yeah,
but
got
I
some
probably
more
won't even
for-
get to eat. He said for me.
Oh, come on.
I know. He'll give me a bite.
Walking in my black boots. All right, this has been Just a Thought Podcast. My name is Fred Potter.
This is Amaru.
We
Kristen.
there we go. Kristen, I call her
Red.
Red because her hair is red, folks. But anyway, it's been a good time. Check us out on SoundCloud, JEST, A Thought. We're going to get a website. I'm sorry, we're going to get a Facebook.
It'll be on Facebook.
That's gonna
real soon here.
There we go. So appreciate the listening. Fuck the feedback, I guess. And, no, I'm jiving. So just get a hold of me. Let us know what we could do. If you want to be a guest on here, we just hold a conversation with us. What's on your mind?
What's on your mind?
Because it's always just a thought.
Just a thought.
See you next time. Walking in my big black boots.
Peace.
Deuces.
Gonna brother get wicked.